Jaya Gopikana Jaya Girivaradari Jaya Girivaradari Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yamuna Priyavanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Radha Govind Bhagwan ki jai, Prabhupada ki jai, Gurudev ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnanatimandasya Jnanajana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitamena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pachani Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschyata Destani Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Pramanityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gauravaktarunda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna to everybody. Good morning to everybody. So today I've been asked to talk about Srimad Bhagavatam as Bhadra Purnima festival is coming. It's on 20th of this month. On that day, if somebody donates Srimad Bhagavatam, it has been said in Srimad Bhagavatam that they will go back to Godhead. So our Hare Krishna Desire Tree TV authorities, they have told me to speak on Srimad Bhagavatam. And I have selected one verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, 12th canto, 13th chapter, 13th verse, which is very famous for Bhadra Purnima festival. So I'll start now. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Praustapadya Paunamasyam Hemasimha Samanvitam Dadhatiyo Bhagavatam Sayati Paramam Gatim. Translation and purport by the disciples of Srila Prabhupada. Translation: If one on the full moon day of the month of Bhadra, one places Srimad Bhagavatam on a golden throne and gives it as a gift, he will attain the supreme transcendental destination. Purport: one should place Srimad Bhagavatam on a golden throne because it is the king of all literature. On the full moon day of month of Bhadra, the sun which is compared to this king of literature is present in the constellation Leo and looks as if raised up on a royal throne. According to astrology, the sun is said to be exalted in the sign of Leo. Thus one may unreservedly worship Srimad Bhagavatam, the supreme divine scripture. Hare Krishna. See, Bhagavatam is the real knowledge. There is no knowledge better than Srimad Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is real Vidya. Srimad Bhagavatam. In Telugu, when you say Bhagavatam, you will become okay. In this material world, we are not okay. When we study the scriptures like Bhagavad-Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, we will become okay. Once our founder Acharya, Srila Prabhupada, was asked by a devotee, Prabhupada, are you okay? Prabhupada said, I am okay, you are not okay. Why did Srila Prabhupada say that? Because Prabhupada knows he is okay because he's already always in touch with Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad-Gita, Chaitanya Charitamrita. The devotees, we do it occasionally. So regular touch with Srimad Bhagavatam, it will make our life wonderful. Srimad Bhagavatam can turn the living entity from Mahamaya, this material world, suffering so much, to Yogamaya, spiritual world. Will develop the spiritual nature. From Asat to Sat, from temporary nature to eternal nature, from darkness to light, from death to deathlessness. As been said in the scriptures, Asuto ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma amrutagamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Oh, what is this life? Tama. Tama means darkness, tragedy, problems, challenges. This material world is darkness. It's called Tama. We use the word Uttama. As Lord Krishna says in 9th chapter Bhagavad-Gita, 2nd verse, Rajavidya Rajaguhyam Pavitram Idam Uttamam. Uttama, he says. Uttama means Ut means get up, rise above. This material world is darkness, Tama. You rise above this. Asutoma Sadgamaya. Come out from this temporary nature. This material world is temporary. Why? Birth, death, old age, disease is there. Where there is birth, death, old age, disease is very miserable. Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi, Dukkha, Doshanu, Darshanam. So, how to get away from this material world? We need knowledge. Srila Prabhupada, our founder Acharya, says, education is there at present, material education. But where is spiritual education? Even the material education, according to the scriptures, is very high. Are we getting that kind of material education? As Chanakya Pandit says, who is an educated person? Matravat Paradhareshu. The person who sees all the women in the world, but for his wife, as mother, is educated. Matravat Paradhareshu. Paradhavishu Lostavat, seeing other people's property as a mere mud, worthless. Then, Atmavat Sarvabhuteshu, treat others very nicely as you want to be treated. E Paschati Sa Panditaha. This is the material education. Just imagine, material education standard is so high. See other women as your mother, but for your wife. Don't hanker for other people's property. See it as mud, then the greed will go away. The first point, seeing others as mother, other woman as mother, lust will go away. Don't hanker for other people's property, greed will go away. Then treat others as you want to be treated. Then you're equipoised. You love everybody, love develops. E Paschati Sa Panditaha. Such a person is a Pandita, educated person, according to Chanakya Pandit. Prabhupada refers this. Then what is spiritual education? Vidyavinya Sampanne, Brahmani Kavyaschane, Shuni Chaiva Shopekacha, Panditaha Samadarshinaha. What is spiritual education? Don't see the external substance, see inside. Who is the person inside? Who is there inside? Atma, soul, and super soul, Paramatma. So the pure devotee, a really spiritually educated person, Vidya is Vidyavanta. Vidya Vinaye is very humble. Vidya Vinaye, Sampanne, that's his treasure. Humility is his treasure. Spiritual education is his treasure. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne, Brahmani Kavyaschane, Shuni Chaiva Shopekacha, Panditaha Samadarshinaha. He's a Pandita. Who is that? Who sees a Brahmana, a cow, an elephant, a dog eater as same. The means is not seeing the external substance, but is seeing inside. He's seeing inside, he's seeing the soul. As a soul, we all see. Due to lack of education, because due to lack of education, no vidya, we suffer so much in this material world due to lack of knowledge. The knowledge we can get it from Srimad Bhagavatam. See, actually, Bhagavatam is a beautiful verse spoken by Sukadeva Goswami. That is beautiful, simply beautiful. Canto 1, chapter 7, text number 6. Anartha upasamam sakshat, bhakti yogam adukshate, lokasya ajhanato vidvams, chakre satvata samhitam. Wow, what a beautiful verse it is. These anarthas in the material world is all superfluous. Actually, there's no suffering. Why? We are not the body. Body is Panchabhuta. Earth, water, fire, air, ether. It will perish. And it's a dead matter. Anything material, it will perish in this world. We are not this matter. We are not the body. We are the soul. What is soul? Sat, Chit, Ananda. Eternally it is there. Sat, Chit is full of knowledge. Ananda, always bliss. So problems what we face is actually superfluous to us. That can be mitigated. How? Bhakti yogam adokshate, by bhakti yoga. But lokasya ajhanato, but the mass of people, they do not know this. Not performing bhakti, adokshata to Krishna, they don't know this, they suffer so much. But the mass of people do not know this. Therefore, the learned Vyasadeva, Vidvams, Chakre Sattvat Samhita, he composed about the Supreme Lord, Samhitam, Srimad Bhagavatam, Vedic literature. So, by reading Bhagavatam, what happens? Or by hearing Bhagavatam, what happens? Yashyam vai shoyamanayam, regularly hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, or studying Bhagavatam also hearing. Krishna Paramapurushe is all about the Supreme Lord, Krishna. What happens when you study Bhagavatam regularly? When you hear the Bhagavatam, Shriyamanayam, when we hear Bhagavatam regularly, what happens? Bhaktir utpadyate pumsaha. Bhakti develops in the heart. When the bhakti develops in the heart, what happens? Shoka, lamentation is gone. Moha, illusion is gone. Bhaya, fear is gone. Apaha, everything is vanquished. So this Bhadra Purnima, such a wonderful program we ISKCON have started to give Bhagavatam set to everybody. It's not a business. Just give the money, they give Bhagavatam and take money. No, it is not business, out of compassion. Place it on the golden throne and give Bhagavatam to others. Golden throne, where to get it from? No, our heart should be like golden throne. When we give the Bhagavatam to others, our heart should be like gold. I should help these people. Paradukkha dukhi. A devotee means he has no problems, but is a paradukkha dukhi, is always concerned about other people's welfare. So, we have to give this. Some people are suffering. I am suffering, you are suffering, we're all suffering in this material world. Answer is Srimad Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam, is not ordinary. It's not ordinary. In Telugu, when you repeat Bhagavatam, when you say Bhagavatam, 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 that means we'll become okay. We'll become okay. There's no problem. Anartha upasamam sakshat. There's no problem. Anartha is superfluous. Bhakti yoga adokshate. Just do bhakti yoga. By studying Bhagavatam and Bhagavad-Gita, do bhakti yoga. What happens? Lamentation is gone. Illusion is gone. Fear is gone. So nice. But lokasya janato. But people don't know. Mass of people don't know this one. They're suffering so much. So Srila Prabhupada, so mercifully, he gave Srimad Bhagavatam to the whole world. What is the conclusion of Bhagavatam? Nama Sankirtana Yasya Sarva Papa Pranashanam. We suffer here. Why? Due to sinful activities. Why you perform sinful activities? Lack of knowledge. When you have this knowledge, you will never perform sinful activities and chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, then we'll be happy. Last verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, 24,000 verses. Conclusion is this. Nama Sankirtana Yasya Sarva Papa Pranashanam. Pranamo Dukkha Shamanams Tam Namami Hariparam. By studying Srimad Bhagavatam, what do? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We do Sankirtana. Kirtana means I sing. Sankirtana means I sing, you sing, we sing together. Glorify the Lord. Look at this caring. Who Chaitanya Mahaprabhu introduced this Sankirtana based on Srimad Bhagavatam. Sankirtana is real caring for devotee care, or people in general. We are caring for everybody by doing Sankirtana. Sankirtana means I, you, we. Together we glorify the Lord by chanting His name, studying His books. So once Srila Prabhupada was questioned. Srila Prabhupada, in your temple we don't see bells. All the temples, Hindu temples, the bell, they ring the bell and go inside. But in ISKCON, there's no bell. Prabhupada said, no, there are many bells in ISKCON. Prabhupada, we have not seen one. Prabhupada said, every devotee's tongue is a bell. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Tongue is a bell. What is bell does? What bell does in a temple? It gives auspicious vibration. No? They say in Vastu Shastra also, bell sound. Or Feng Shui, Chinese Shastra also, they say Feng Shui, no? Something like Vastu, this bell sound is very good vibration it gives. Very positive vibration. So what can be more positive than Nama Sankirtana? By chanting the Lord's name. So Prabhupada was emphasizing, distribute the books, distribute Srimad Bhagavatam. Once Srila Prabhupada said, printing machine is my body. Ink in the printing machine is my blood. When the printing machine operates, my heart beats very nicely. Once somewhere in the West, the printing was going on in the basement. Above the Prabhupada bed, he was sleeping in the bedroom. As the printing machine was going on, printing was going on, Prabhupada was lying down. Oh, Prabhupada is sleeping, so devotees stopped the printing machine. Immediately Prabhupada got up and said, why you have stopped it? Prabhupada, you are taking rest. No, you start. When the printing machine is on, that's my heart beats. My heart beats very nicely. That's the love of Srila Prabhupada. Once Srila Prabhupada offered obeisances to printing machine. All the devotees were surprised. They didn't know what to say. They went to purchase a machine. It was a long, old machine. Prabhupada saw the machine and he offered dandavats. Devotees were just looking at each other. Prabhupada is offering dandavats, pranams to the machine, flat on the ground. What is this? Then they never asked. Prabhupada got up and said, this printing machine is going to print Bhagavad-Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. And people read these books and they'll go back to Godhead. How auspicious this printing machine is. That is Srila Prabhupada's vision. He's an Acharya. Amazing. Always for Loka Kalyana. What I can do to the people. Because when Sukadeva Goswami spoke Srimad Bhagavatam to Parikshit Maharaj, 7 days. After completing, some devatas were there. They came and asked Sukadeva Goswami, we'll give Mitil Amrita from Devaloka. Can you give us Srimad Bhagavatam Amrita? Bhagavatamritam. Sukadeva Goswami was very angry. He said, how I can compare Mitil Amrita to Bhagavatam Amrita? Are you not ashamed? Can you compare it? He chastised them, rebuked them, and he said, get away from here. He chased them out. I won't like to see people like this who compare Mitil Amrita to Srimad Bhagavatam Amrita. Very bad. What kind of respect we should have for Srimad Bhagavatam. Wherever devotees study Bhagavatam, hear Bhagavatam, Prahalad Maharaj will be present there. Who says this? Lord says to Brahma in Bhagavata Mahatma, those who worship Bhagavatam, hear Bhagavatam, they are beyond this Kali Yuga. They are situated in Satya Yuga. Though Kali Yuga. What is Kali Yuga? Full of problems. Prayena alpa ayusha sabya kalu usmin yuga janaha. Manda samanda matayo manda bhagya upadutaha. First symptom of Kali Yuga is alpa ayusha. We don't even complete 100 years. And 100 years, busy going to hospitals. Always taking some medicines. So many health issues. You see today, so many hospitals. When I was a kid in Bangalore, I grew up in Bangalore, there were no hospitals here and there. One here, there, two, that's all. But today, every street has a dozen hospitals. Every street has medical shops. Why is this? Kali Yuga. What is Kali? Age of quarrel and hypocrisy. Why quarrel and hypocrisy? Lack of knowledge. Prayena alpa ayusha sabya. Alpa ayusha. Kali Yuga people. Kalu asmi yuga janaha. And the qualities of these people, Kali Yuga people, manda, very lazy. Manda sumanda matayo, manda bhagi pradutaha, very lazy, very quarrelsome, very misguided society, very unfortunate people. Upadrutaha, always their mind is disturbed. Sad. So sad. What is the way out? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. I'm studying Srimad Bhagavatam. When you recite Srimad Bhagavatam, when you chant the Lord's name, Lord says, Naham tishtami vaikunte. I don't sit in the Vaikuntha, Narada. Naham tishtami vaikunte. Yoginam hridayeshva. I'm not in the heart of a yogi. Tatra tistami Narada. I sit there in a place, Narada. Yatra gayanti madbhaktaha, where my devotees study Srimad Bhagavatam or chant my name. I'm there. Oh Narada, I'm not in Vaikuntha. I'm not in the yogi's heart. I'm there where people are singing my glories. That is Srila Prabhupada. That's a Bhagavata. He's not interested in the materialistic things. Anything material, engage in the Lord's service. And further, Lord says to Brahma, Bhagavatam, where people study Bhagavatam, where Bhagavatam is discussed, there are all the holy rivers present, all the lakes, all the sacrifices. There are seven sacred cities like Ayodhya, Mathura, Maya, Haridwar, Kashi, Kanchi, Avanti, and Dwaraka. All the sacred places are present there, where Srimad Bhagavatam are discussed. Mountains, holy mountains, Himalayas, Govardhana Hill, Tirumala Mountains is there, where Bhagavatam is discussed. Without Krishna Katha, what is the use? Without understanding Krishna, what is the use? Dharma, Swanushrita Pumsham, Vishakshena Katasviha, now Utpati Yadiratam, Shamayeva Hi Kevalam. What are the duties we have? Occupational duties. Any activity we do in this world, it should be connected to Krishna Katha. Otherwise, Shamayeva Hi Kevalam, waste of time. We are wasting our time. Whatever we establish in this world, it will go away. But when we study Srimad Bhagavatam, understand the substance, in what way I am connected to the Lord. By having Lord in my heart, what happens? By giving the Supreme Lord to others, how auspicious their life will become. This you can understand from Srimad Bhagavatam. Dharma Swanusita Pumsa, Vishakshena Kata, Hari Kata, Kata Suyaha. What here? Na Udbhadyatiratam, Samayeva Hi Kevalam. So, when we study Srimad Bhagavatam, when we hear Srimad Bhagavatam, Lord is with us. Lord will never leave. We'll become sadhu. We'll become sadhu. What is the meaning of sadhu? Sadhu means cut. Cut what? Materialistic understanding. Srila Prabhupada is a Bhagavata. He has given beautiful commentaries on Srimad Bhagavatam. By reading the Bhagavatam, we get Krishna. Lord says, in the pastime of Ambarish Maharaj, Sadhavar Hridayam Mayam, Sadhanam Hridayam Tvaham, Madhyanati na janati, Naham Tebu Managapi. Oh, Durvasa Muni, you know, when Durvasa Muni visits Vaikuntha, because Chakra is attacking him. Chakra is attacking Durvasa Muni because he committed offense to Ambarish Maharaj for no reason. With his hair, he brought one demon to kill Ambarish Maharaj. But Sudarshan Chakra came and cut the demon, killed the demon, then attacked Durvasa Muni. Durvasa Muni was running helter-skelter to Kailas. Help me, Lord Shiva. Shiva said, no, I can't do anything. Chakra, I cannot stop. Oh, Lord Brahmadeva, you can. So any devotee, a pure devotee, he has Sudarshana Chakra with him, protecting him. So Lord says, Sadhavo Hridaya Mayam, O Durvasa, you have committed offense to Ambarish Maharaj. He is my dear person. I am in his heart. He is in my heart. He doesn't know anything but for me, and even I don't know anything but for him. He is sadhu. Prabhupada says, Managapi. Naham Tevo Managapi. Even iota, I am not bothered about other subject matters. I am concerned only about the sadhus. You see? That kind of sadhus, we should take association. By studying Bhagavatam, written by Srila Prabhupada, we are taking the association of Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada says this, when you study my books, I sit next to you and I'll educate you. Prabhupada says this. I'll sit next to you, I'll educate you, I'll teach you when you study my books. Srila Prabhupada was so concerned. Why he was so concerned? People are suffering. Lokasya jhanato. Vidvams. They don't know. Chakre satata samhitaha. So Vyasa Maharishi composed Srimad Bhagavatam for everybody. In the parampara, Srila Prabhupada is giving Bhagavatam to everybody. He said, this Bhagavatam set and Chaitanya Charitamrita should be in everybody's house. All the respectable gentlemen, they should have this Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita in their houses. And regularly we should hear Bhagavatam from qualified devotees. We got to hear from qualified devotees. Now we see the Desire Tree, so many devotees, they speak so nicely. Here. Prabhupada Bhagavatam is there. Here. How we should hear? We should, the way Narada Muni heard from his gurus, Bhakti Vedantas. Narada Muni heard Bhagavatam only for 4 months and he became Maha-Bhagavata. He became Maha-Bhagavata. Prahlad Maharaj heard from Narada Muni. What happened? He became Maha-Bhagavata. Hearing is so important. Regularly. Again I said, studying and hearing is one and the same. Once, Srila Prabhupada gave a class on 12 Mahajanas. After the class, one devotee got up. It was in the West somewhere. Prabhupada, thank you very much. He gave such a nice, wonderful class on 12 Mahajanas. Prabhupada, you are the 13th Mahajana. Prabhupada looked at the devotee and said, you are the 14th Mahajana. Prabhupada can be 13th Mahajana. How this devotee can be 14th Mahajana? Explanation is there by Bhaktivinoda Thakur, our Acharya. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, anybody who follows the principles given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is a Mahajana. Anybody follows a Mahajana, he is a Mahajana. So this devotee was hearing Srimad Bhagavatam so nicely. Prabhupada said, you are a 14th Mahajana. That's how we become Mahajana. Not by any other method. One can become Mahabhagavata by taking the association from a Bhagavata. This is a nice, beautiful verse. When Pandavas married Draupadi, Pandava's father, Draupadi father, Drupada Maharaj, was very upset. How is that? I heard these Pandavas are Dharmatmas, very righteous people. How 5 of them marry my daughter, one daughter? This is ridiculous. So he came to Yudhishthira Maharaj and asked him, on what authority you 5 brothers have married my daughter? It's a shame, disgrace. Why? Why you have done this? Is it fair on your part? On what authority you are taking the decision? Then Yudhishthira Maharaj said, Tarko Pratishta. By logic, sir, you cannot establish truth. Shutayo Vibhinna, by simply studying the Vedas, you cannot establish truth. Naso Rishriyasya, Batam Na Bhinnam, saying yes to all schools of philosophy. Oh, you're okay, sir. Being a gentleman, you're okay, sir. Yes, sir, I agree with you. You'll never become a sadhu. You'll never know the religious principles. Not by tarka, by logic. Not by studying the Vedas. Tarko Pratishta, Shutayo Vibhinna, Naso Rishinisha, Matam Na Bhinnam. Agreeing to all the schools of thoughts, yes, you are all correct. You'll never become a sadhu. You'll never become a Mahajana. How one can become? Dharmasya tattvam nihita guhaya. All the dharmas, the essence of religious principles is hidden in the heart of a Mahajana. Dharmasya tattvam nihita guhaya Mahajana ena gatasa pantaha. You follow such a Mahajana, you will become a Mahajana. Yudhishthira Maharaj said, on the order of Narada Muni, I took this decision. Drupada Maharaj said, that's fine. Narada Muni is a Mahajana, he knows that is an authority. Fine. So this was chanted by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Originally chanted by Yudhishthira Maharaj in Mahabharata. And I went to Hungary some years back, Europe. I went to Krishna Valley, where Shivaram Swami is the in charge. They asked me to give Bhagavatam class. Maharaj said, you should give it. Yes, Maharaj, I'll give. Then after Guru Puja, I went to the Vyasasana. Devotees told me, no, don't go to Vyasasana, go to the altar. I went near the altar. This Bhagavatam was placed in the altar with a beautiful asana. And they gave me the Bhagavatam in my hand with the asana. Then I carried the Bhagavatam and walked towards the Vyasasana. And all were chanting, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. In such a sweet manner with the drums, mridangams, kartas. So nicely they sang. Then I placed the Vyasasana on the desk. Then above the Vyasasana, up, there was a beautiful painting of Vyasa Maharishi. Offered dandavas to him. That's the procedure there. Then offer respects to the Vyasasana, then sit down. So nice. Every day, this is the everyday program. Any speaker will go to the altar, carry Bhagavatam, bring it to Vyasasana, chanting the Lord's name. So Lord says, those who respect Srimad Bhagavatam, they are very, very dear to me. I am so pleased with them. Those who respect Bhagavatam, offer obeisances to Srimad Bhagavatam. Once, a devotee went to Gaur Govind Swami in Bhubaneswar years back. And he said, he's a brahmachari, Guru Maharaj, I want to change my ashrama. You want to become a grahastha. You want to change his ashrama from brahmacharya to grahastha ashrama. He said, Guru Maharaj, I want to change my ashrama. Gaur Swami said, oh, that's fine, do it. He never expected, because Gaur Swami is a bit strict. Guru Maharaj, I want to get married. Yes, get married. What was that? Guru Maharaj so casually saying, get married. Guru Maharaj, you mean it? I should get married? Yes, you should get married. Guru Maharaj, yes, you should get married. Get married to Srimad Bhagavatam. Get married to Srimad Bhagavatam. So we all should get married to Srimad Bhagavatam. I say in the class generally. Brahmacharis, get married to Bhagavatam. And Grihasthas, you should get married again. Second marriage. Husband and wife with Srimad Bhagavatam. See, today, husband and wife, so many problems, so many issues, so many conflicts. Why? Lack of knowledge. When the husband and wife sit together and study Bhagavatam every day, there will be no problems, which I do with my wife. I am 65 years old. Last 35 years, I am doing this. Sit down and study Bhagavatam. I'll read one paragraph, she will read one paragraph, then we'll discuss. So what are the conflicts or issues we have? Bhagavatam will give answer. Bhagavatam will give answer. It will give answer. Quality time. Because the husband and wife, Dampatis, couples, they don't give quality time to each other. Take a japa walk, chant. Sit down, study Bhagavatam. Together eat prasadam. Great. Life will be great. There will be no issues in Grihastha Ashrama. But we try to solve the problems materially. If we try to solve a problem with the material intelligence, it aggravates. For all the material problems, solution is spiritual. Approach in a spiritual way. So regularly hearing Bhagavatam, there will be no problems. All the problems will go away. As Lord says in 18th chapter of Bhagavad-Gita, 58th verse, Macchitta Saradurgani, Mat Prasada Tarisyasi, Atachetvam Ahankaram, Na Shoshasi, Vinakshasi. O Arjuna, Macchitta Saradurgani, just listening to me. All your problems, Durgani, all your challenges, problems can be removed. Obstacles can be removed by my grace. Mat prasadat tarisyasi. Atachetvam ahankaran, you don't listen to me, use your own intelligence, ahankara, vidya ahankara. Nashosasi, you don't listen to me. Vinakshasi, you'll be lost. No direction. So sad. So without Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, how we can live in this world? We'll be living suffering. Simply suffering. Lord Shiva is busy with Srimad Bhagavatam. Lord Brahma is busy with Srimad Bhagavatam. All the acharyas are busy with Srimad Bhagavatam. Srila Prabhupada gave his life for Srimad Bhagavatam. He went to America from India with Bhagavatam. And he distributed Bhagavatam there. He made many Bhagavatas. There are many stories to tell on Srimad Bhagavatam. The great Pundanam from Kerala. He was a great Bhagavata, Mahabhagavata, always carrying Bhagavatam in his hand. He was known, famous for his Bhagavatam classes, Pundanam. Once he desired to go to a kshetra, Punya Kshetra, Sri Kotayur, Lord Shiva's abode. And this temple is very special. It is opened only for 2 months in a year. So I said I should go and take the darshan of Lord Shiva and stay there and study Srimad Bhagavatam. So I went to Sri Kotayur. This temple is opened only for 2 months in a year. 10 months is locked. When he went there, all the devotees there. Oh, Pundanam is here, Pundanam is here. He's known for Srimad Bhagavatam. They requested him, you should speak Srimad Bhagavatam. Pundanam said, that's my service. I'll do that. You're all Vaishnavas. It's so nice to sit with you and discuss. So he opened the book, one book, and started narrating Bhagavatam. What was the chapter? How Krishna kidnapped Rukmani Devi. That is the pastime. He spoke so beautifully. Next, he has to go for another chapter. He put a book marking. He left the book there and he went to his quarters. Next day, he came to the temple, Bhagavatam time. He opened the book. He's supposed to start the next chapter, but somebody has placed the same chapter. Krishna kidnapping Rukmani Devi. Oh, somebody wanted to do one of the same chapter. So he gave lecture on that. The next day, same chapter. Next day, the same chapter. 2 months, he spoke only on this chapter. Krishna kidnapping Rukmani Devi. 2 months. Then what happened? 2 months completed. The last day, he left the temple, saying Hari Bol to everybody. He went a mile or so. Oh, I left my Bhagavatam in the temple. I have to rush now. They locked the temple. He started running back to the temple because he had forgotten to take the Bhagavatam. Forgot to take Bhagavatam. Those days, Bhagavatam is you have to write your own Bhagavatam. Or the professional scribes were there. They'll write, you got to pay money and take it. It was not all that easy. There were no printing machines. You got to write your own Bhagavatam. So he started running. He came to the temple. Temple was locked. He thought, oh my God, what to do? What to do now? As he was standing near the door, he heard some sound. What is this sound inside the temple? He peeped through the keyhole. He was shocked to see Lord Shiva was sitting on Vyasasana. And Parvati Devi, she was sitting there in front of him. And behind, there's so many ghosts and goblins, they were all there. All Lord Shiva's disciples, followers, in hundreds. Then Parvati Devi told Lord Shiva, my dear Lord, you should speak on that chapter. I want to hear from you. Which chapter? Lord Krishna kidnapping Rukmani Devi and gets married. That chapter. Lord Shiva said, fine. And he started speaking. Reading from Bhagavatam and speaking. And Pundanam was hearing. He was shocked. He was shocked. After completing the class, Lord Shiva asked Parvati Devi, Devi, how was it? She said, my Lord, that's so wonderful. But Pundanam was better than you. Lord Shiva said, yes, even I feel the same thing. Pundanam is better than me. Then Pundanam was standing outside near the door. And he called out, oh Krishna! Then immediately Lord Shiva, Parvati, all the Bhutaganas, they all disappear. Pundanam was carrying Bhagavatam in his heart. So like that, there's so many Bhagavatas in India. Last was Nama Sankirtana Yasya Sarva Papa Pranashanam. All the papas will be vanquished. There's the power of Srimad Bhagavatam. There will be no problem. Matchitta Sarvadurgani. All the obstacles are removed when you listen to the Lord. There is no difference between Krishna and Bhagavatam. There is no difference between Krishna and Bhagavad-Gita. All the sins will be removed from the heart. So many sins from many births. Aprarabdha param papam. Kutam bijan phalomukam. Kramanaiva plete Vishnu bhakti ratatmanam. There are different types of sins sitting in the heart. Prarabdha, which are experiencing problems. A prarabdha, which is going to come. It is there, it's going to come. Kutam bijam phalomukam. Kutam, deep inside. Bijam in form of seeds. Phalomukam, about to sprout some sins. But all this can be burnt to ashes. Kramanaiva pralayate. How? Systematically performing bhakti. Vishnu bhakti datatmanam. Systematically performing Vishnu bhakti, Krishna bhakti, Ratatmanam, happily, not a formality, no formality. Happily you perform Ratatmanam, Vishnu Bhakti Ratatmanam, happily you perform Vishnu Bhakti. You can perform Bhakti how? By studying Srimad Bhagavatam, by discussing Srimad Bhagavatam, by hearing Bhagavatam. So Bhadra Purnima is such a wonderful program. We should go out, meet people, talk to them, and give Bhagavatam. The two, today is Ekadashi, Parshva Ekadashi. Ekadashi, studying Bhagavatam, hearing Bhagavatam, giving Bhagavatam. It's so wonderful. I'll tell you one story about our scriptures. Our scriptures are so great. This story I heard from His Holiness Bhakti Purushottam Swami, one of his class. He said this. He heard from Prabhupada's doctor, Ayurveda doctor, Kaviraj. So Kaviraja told Bhakti Purushottam Swami about Ekadashi, how great the Ekadashi is. He said, the doctor said, Kaviraja said, one Muslim police officer used to come to me and always ask for the Ekadashi dates. And I used to give him, and he was following Ekadashi so perfectly, this Muslim. So the Kaviraja was very curious. He asked this police officer, you're an Islam, you belong to Islam, a Muslim guy. How is that you're following Ekadashi so nicely? Generally you don't do, no? Yeah. Oh, I got full faith in Ekadashi. The police officer said, I have full faith in Ekadashi. How is that? One day, I was doing night patrolling on my motorbike in Calcutta, outskirts of Calcutta. Outskirts I was moving. As I was moving, then I heard some big party was going on in some fields. All were laughing, dancing, so much sound. I thought, what is this? Middle of the night, what kind of party is this? So I stopped my bike and looked towards the field where the sound was coming, but nothing was there. But I walked into the field. I got down from the bike and started walking towards the sound, where the vibration was coming, sound vibration. Then I heard only sound. A big party is going on. People are dancing, people are eating, people are making so, all are very happy, laughing, giggling. Then I asked, somehow I became very courageous. I asked, who is that making all the noise? Then I heard, we are ghosts. We are having a party. This is the time to have a party? Yes, we have parties in the night times. Oh, why are you having a party? In few days, our daughter is going to get married. Oh, you conduct marriages among ghosts? Yes, we conduct marriage. To whom she is getting married? To the prince, the king's daughter, son, the prince. Our daughter is getting married to the prince. He is a ghost? No, he's not a ghost. Where is he? He's a prince. He's a human being. But how you can get married? Get married your daughter to a human being? Oh no. The coming Wednesday, he is going to die. He'll become a ghost. We'll bring him and get him married to our daughter. How do you know he's going to die? We know. Coming Wednesday, he's going to die. He'll become a ghost. So, Wednesday night, we'll have a party here, marriage party. You also please come. He said, surely I'll come. This police officer was totally confused. What? When is coming Wednesday is going to die? Then he asked the ghost, how is he going to die? That day, there will be a ceremony in the palace. After the ceremony, the prince will sit on a horse. He'll start riding the horse. Suddenly, by mishap, he trips and falls from the horse. While falling down, his head will hit the ground. and neck will break and you will die. Are you sure? Sure. And he left the place. So the Wednesday, he went to the palace. Big crowd was there. Ceremony was going on. He was watching the whole thing. Then after the ceremony, the prince sat on the horse. Horse started moving. Suddenly it tripped and he fell down, head hit the ground, and he died. He was shocked. My God, it's true. That night, he came to that field. When he came to the field, middle of the night, and he heard the sound, all were crying. Crying, everybody's crying, all the ghosts are crying. Then the police officer thought, oh, this is the way they celebrate the marriage, by crying. He went closer and he said, why are you all crying? Is the party, this is the way you do the party? No, no marriage. Marriage never took place. Why? Why the marriage never took place? I saw the person died, the prince died. Yes, he died. Why you couldn't bring him here? No, we could not bring him here. Why? It was Ekadashi. Ekadashi, anybody dies, they'll go back to a higher destination. We cannot get him. All our plans failed. From that day, this Muslim officer is doing Ekadashi. Look at our scripture says so. Our scripture says so. Do Ekadashi. Today is Pascha Ekadashi. And here in the purport, on the translation, this verse, give on Bhadra Purnima. There's a Purnima, Bhadra Purnima. Place the Bhagavatam on a golden throne and give it to somebody else. You will go back to Godhead. But where to get the golden throne? Golden throne should be our heart. When you read Bhagavatam regularly, study Bhagavatam regularly, hear Bhagavatam regularly, the heart becomes gold. When it becomes gold, there are no anarthas. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. When it is not there, the heart is gold. Gold like heart. Like Prabhupada's heart. Gold is gold, pure gold. Aparanji. Great, pure. One who has a golden heart, anything he touches, it turns into gold. Midas touch. Poor Srila Prabhupada went to America with mere $11. That time around 40 rupees. Later that was stolen by a cab driver. With zero investment, he started a huge, massive organization around the world. ISKCON. Why? His heart was like gold. Why? Srimad Bhagavatam was there in the heart. Dharmasya tattvam nihita guhaya mahajana yena gatasa pantaha. All the secrets, the essence of religious principles are hidden in the heart of a devotee, pure devotee. Mahajana yena gatasa pantaha. Follow in their footsteps. Then one can become Mahajana, a pure devotee. So it's a great opportunity to all of us to give Bhagavatam to somebody, very unfortunate persons. There are so many, unlimited. Give this Bhagavatam to a very unfortunate person who is not having Bhagavatam in his house. He'll become a very fortunate person. Just keeping the Bhagavatam, auspiciousness has started. Auspiciousness has started. Just giving Bhagavatam. And we'll go back to Godhead. But we have to give it purely from the heart. That's the real golden throne. Dadati pradiganati, guhyamakyati prachati. Dadati pradiganati, Rupa Goswami says, Dadati pradiganati, give a gift. Receive a gift. Gift is one thing. Intention behind the gift is another. What gift we can give? The best gift is Srimad Bhagavatam. The best gift is Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So this way, we can make our lives very successful, make other people's lives very successful by giving Srimad Bhagavatam. So the translation, once again I read. On the full moon day of the month of Bhadra, one places Srimad Bhagavatam on a golden throne and gives it as a gift. You will attain the supreme transcendental destination. So we can be always situated in Yogamaya. Yogamaya means very blissful, internal energy of the Lord, Yogamaya. That's Srimati Radharani. Just few days back we had Radhashtami. Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad-Gita, Mahatmanastu mam pata daivim prakritim ashitaha atacha tam ahankaram. Daivi prakriti means Srimati Radharani, Yogamaya. When you are with Bhagavatam, we are in Yogamaya. No problems. No problems. Like Prabhupada gives a beautiful story. There's a story. Sorry, analogy. What is that? Say, an Indian is in America. He has committed some criminal activity. And the American police are trying to catch him. He runs and enters Indian embassy. When he enters Indian embassy, the American police cannot enter. He is under the custody of Indian embassy. Indian embassy will take decisions and send him back to India. America cannot do anything. American police cannot do anything. Or an Indian ship. Vice versa. When the American does a mistake here, he enters American embassy in India, Indian police cannot do anything. Prabhupada compares that the embassy to Yogamaya. Outside world, Mahamaya. When you are in the shelter of Yogamaya, we are protected. Daivim prakritim ashritaha. Bhajanti ananya manaso. That's possible. How we can become Mahajana, Mahatma? Bhajanti ananya manaso. Focus and perform devotional services. Gnatva bhutadim avavyam. Gnatva bhutadi avavyam. Because we perform devotional service with focused mind, with all intensity, because we know Gnatva, we know Bhutadim, Krishna is the original person, Adi Purusha. Avavyam, his energy is unlimited energies, yes. When you are convinced that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, I am with him, I walk with him, where is the problem? When I am with the Lord, where is the problem? So, studying Srimad Bhagavatam, hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, we are with the Lord, walking with the Lord. So, thank you very much. I thank the Desire Tree authorities for giving chance to speak and glorify Srimad Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna. Prabhus, thank you so much. Hare Krishna. I'll stop here.